Why looking poor can make you richer. The secret to financial freedom. What if I told you that trying to look rich could be the very thing keeping you broke? That the secret to true financial success isn't in the luxury car, designer clothes, or massive house, but in something far simpler. The more money you spend on your wants rather than your needs, the more broke you become. Think about it. Have you ever bought something just to impress others? Maybe upgraded your phone, even though your old one worked fine, or spent money on expensive dinners, even though you'd rather save. You're not alone. And the truth is you'll feel fulfilled, but it'll only be for a short time, because your financial situation will keep bleeding. The funny thing is, oftentimes, those you intend to impress with these purchases hardly notices. Why? Everyone has their own life going on to focus on yours. Today, we're talking about why keeping a low profile, even looking poor, can actually make you richer. I'll share 4 powerful reasons why this mindset shift will change your life, backed by psychology, real-life examples, and personal experiences. Let's get into it. 1. Breaking free from the never-ending chase. Imagine this. You get a raise at work, your hard work is paying off, and you finally have more money to spend. You're thrilled. So you upgrade your car, you move into a nicer apartment, you start eating at fancier restaurants, buying trendier clothes, and treating yourself more often. But after a while, that initial excitement fades. Now you're used to the new lifestyle, and suddenly it doesn't feel special anymore. Sound familiar? This is called the hedonic treadmill, a psychological phenomenon where no matter how much more you earn or buy, your happiness level stays the same. The excitement of material upgrades is fleeting, and soon you find yourself needing more just to feel the same level of satisfaction. A Harvard study found that once you make enough to cover your basic needs, more money doesn't significantly increase happiness. Yet, we keep chasing upgrades. More expensive vacations, trendier clothes, newer gadgets, only to find ourselves wanting more again. Example. Remember when you got your first smartphone? It felt revolutionary. Now, when the latest iPhone comes out, upgrading barely excites you. In fact, upgrading has become an expectation rather than a source of joy. You don't question whether you truly need a new phone, you just assume you do. That's the hedonic treadmill at work. The truth is, when you stop chasing status symbols and material upgrades, you free yourself from this exhausting cycle. You stop trying to impress people who probably don't even care. You regain control over your finances instead of letting lifestyle inflation dictate your expenses. And the best part, you experience a kind of peace and contentment that no luxury car or designer label can provide. The secret isn't in having more, it's in needing less. And when you master that mindset, true financial freedom becomes possible. 2. More freedom, less stress. Here's a hard truth. The more expensive your lifestyle, the less freedom you have. Let's say you get a big raise and immediately upgrade your lifestyle. You buy a $70,000 luxury car, move into a high-end apartment, and start shopping at designer stores. You tell yourself you deserve it, and hey, what's the point of making good money if you can't enjoy it? Now, you have to keep earning at this level just to maintain it. At first, upgrading your lifestyle feels like a reward for your hard work. You land a well-paying job or get a raise, and suddenly it feels like you can afford the finer thing in life. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the biggest traps keeping people stuck in jobs they hate. Here's the problem. Every lifestyle upgrade comes with increased financial obligations. That luxury car comes with a hefty monthly payment. The high-end apartment locks you in a pricey lease. Those designer brands set a new standard for your wardrobe. Before you know it, your new lifestyle isn't just an indulgence, it's a requirement. You now need to keep earning at this level just to sustain it. The moment your expenses rise to match your income, you lose the flexibility to make different choices. You might want to switch careers, take a sabbatical, or start your own business. But you can't, because you have to keep the money flowing just to cover your lifestyle. What's even worse, many people don't realize they're trapped until they're deep in the cycle. They keep thinking, once I make even more money, I'll finally be free. But that day never comes, because each income increase is met with even bigger expenses. It's a treadmill that never stops. Instead of working toward financial freedom, they're working to maintain an image. The expensive car isn't just a car, it's a status symbol. The luxury apartment isn't just a home, it's a proof of success. But at what cost? More stress, fewer options, and a growing dependence on a paycheck. Now, imagine a different scenario. Instead of upgrading your lifestyle every time income rises, you choose to live below your means. You drive a reliable, affordable car. You live in a comfortable but modest home. You spend wisely and save aggressively. What happens? Suddenly you have options. You can take a career break without panicking about bills. You can walk away from a toxic job without fear. You can start a business or travel the world. 3. Avoiding the survival mode trap. Did you know that 72% of Americans feel stressed about money, and that nearly half worry about it every single week? A big reason for this? People stretch their finances too thin. They buy a house they can barely afford. They lease a car with a huge monthly payment. They rack up credit card debt on things they don't even need, all to maintain a lifestyle that looks impressive on the outside. And then life happens. A medical emergency, a job loss, an unexpected expense, and suddenly they're trapped, living paycheck to paycheck, barely keeping their head above water. What was once called success quickly turns into survival mode. Example, let's talk about cars. A luxury car isn't just about the price tag. It comes with higher insurance, expensive maintenance, and premium fuel costs. According to Edmunds, maintaining a BMW or Mercedes can cost 3 times as much as a Toyota or Honda over the first 5 years. So what happens when someone stretches to afford that luxury car? They lose their financial safety net. A single unexpected expense could send them into debt. Instead, the smart move is to live below your means. The bigger the gap between your income and expenses, the more peace of mind you have. You're not living paycheck to paycheck, worrying about every bill. Instead, you're building a financial cushion, giving yourself options, and creating true wealth. And that's worth more than any luxury item ever could be. 4. The power of authentic living. Here's something crazy. 25% of Americans admit they've pursued a romantic relationship just for the money. And over half have lied about their finances to attract a partner. This proves one thing. People care way too much about appearances. But here's the irony. When you try to impress others with money, you attract people who only care about money. That's why so many rich people feel empty despite their wealth. Example. Have you ever met someone who constantly flaunts their wealth? Expensive watches, designer clothes, luxury cars. But deep down, you can tell they're trying to prove something. Contrast that with genuinely wealthy people who don't feel the need to show off. True confidence comes from knowing your worth, not proving it. It's why billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg wear the same simple hoodie every day. They don't need to impress anyone. They're secure in themselves. And that's the real flex. So let's recap. Chasing material upgrades keeps you stuck in a cycle of temporary happiness. The more expensive your lifestyle, the less freedom you have. Avoiding survival mode gives you peace of mind and financial security. Living authentically attracts the right people and opportunities. Looking rich might feel good in the short term, but true wealth is about freedom, security, and happiness. So, the next time you're tempted to buy something just to impress others, ask yourself, is this making me richer or just making me look richer? If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and see you in the next video.